We will get started here in just a few minutes, so just hang tight while we go live on all the different platforms. Give everybody a chance to tune in. I see some people were already dropping comments there. We did put the the chat up on the screen, so feel free to drop a comment in the chat there as you tune in, and we'll get started here in just a minute. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. Definitely have a great training here today. Some real hands-on, real scenario type stuff. So definitely excited to get into that. Let's just wait a minute here. Make sure that we are live on all the different platforms. All right. Okay. It looks like we are good to go. So we can go ahead and take the chat off the screen and we can go ahead and get started here today. Or tonight, I guess I should say. All right. So, welcome everyone. My name is Kyle Hershey. I'm the COO of the Mortgage Calculator, joined here by our president, Nick Hershey, and our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez. We do these loan officer trainings every Tuesday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And tonight is definitely a special edition where we're going to do an actual borrower interview where Jose is going to interview Nick as the borrower. So we're going to go through. Jose does not know what Nick's going to say. So this is going to be on the fly here for Jose. And he's going to show everyone how to talk to the borrower and interview them properly to get the information he needs to structure the deal. And then he'll set up an actual quote and send it to Nick. So this is going to be a very good, complete scenario here to let everyone know, how Jose, with 27 years of experience, would speak to a borrower, get out the information, put that into the form of quotes, and get it to them as soon as possible.
Yeah, what they're gonna see is slides 2 and 3 of my 3, and 4 of yesterday's presentation, were with me filling in all the blanks.
Perfect. Okay, are you ready, Nick, Mr. Borrower?
Let me see if I can put this like side by side or something. Let's see.
Put you guys side by side, split screen.
Yeah, I should.
Like on a TV show when they're talking on the phone.
Let's see. Can I maximize Jose and Nick? No, not at the same time.
I think we'll be all right with our.
No, might have to keep it as. Yeah.
Why don't you put yourself on the top? You and Jose can be up there on top of each other. There you go. Makes a little bit more sense.
All right, cool.
Okay, so the scenario here is that Nick clicked on a DSCR ad, which is one of our most prevalent ads out there. And so, just like most people here at the Mortgage Calculator know, clicks on an ad, was sent via text message instantly to Jose's phone. Jose goes ahead and clicks the lead, pulls it up, see that it is, this borrower that clicked on a DSCR ad on Facebook, and he gives him a call. And from there, take it away, Jose.
All right, so I'm going to be calling Nick. Nick's going to answer, right? I mean, I just got the text and it says, please call Nicholas Hershey within the next 5 minutes for his national business purpose loan purchase, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, ooh, money's in the vessel. click on the link, go into the CRM, click on the link to call, and I'm ringing Nick, and heck, I think he's picking up.
Yep. Hello?
Yes, hi, is this Mr. Nicholas Hershey?
Yes, who's this?
Hi, yes, this is Jose Gonzalez. I'm a sales manager here at the Mortgage Calculator, and I'm replying to your inquiry on our national business purpose purchase loans.
I didn't make an inquiry. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. I got right here. It says, no income, no asset type loan that we're running a national ad. Maybe you were on Facebook. Maybe you clicked on the ad because you thought it was a cute picture.
Oh, on the
No.
Facebook for the no
Yeah.
job. Okay.
Yeah, I know it probably surprised you because I called so quick because you probably clicked on that ad probably like
Yeah, I thought that was
20
fake.
seconds ago.
I thought that was fake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's how fast we are. We have really, really good lead funnels, and everything is direct connection to us, where there's no third party intermediaries here. So you must have clicked on it like 30 seconds ago or less, because I just got it in my phone here.
So
So definitely.
how do I get a loan with no job? How would that happen?
Well, we have multiple options of loans where no income or employment verification from the borrower is required. Really depends on a number of factors. Obviously, credit and income are two of the most important factors, and obviously also occupancy. Now, what are you looking to do here? Is this a primary residence, second home, investment?
Well, I already have a primary, and I have a job, but I have a whole bunch of companies and LLCs and things. So I was just trying to find an easy way to make sure I
Hmm.
could get a loan without having to deal with a bunch of stuff.
Well, but are there any issues with your tax returns? Are your tax return filings current? Is that your concern regarding full income documentation? Because a full income documentation loan will always be the lowest cost and lowest price option for you, and always what we always strive to do is get you the best option possible. That's why I asked: are there, besides your concern of wanting to have the easy button, is there any other reason why you wouldn't want to go the full documentation route?
Well, I haven't filed in a couple years. I mean, I
Mm.
make plenty of money, but I
So,
have a lot of LLCs and
so,
there's a
so
lot
you,
of stuff going on. So I like the
okay,
idea of the no employment, but I'd like to see what it takes.
okay,
Can you do it with full doc? I mean, I have a
yeah,
job. I I have
but
lots of jobs.
you mentioned LLCs, so you obviously, if you have LLCs, you have self employment going on. So we do have multiple options. Because again, I always want to remind my customers that if the more verification that is involved in the loan, the better the rates and costs usually, not always, but usually are going to be. So I will be able to provide you multiple options. But did you say this was investment property or primary? Or you said you have your own primary, so I'm assuming this is an investment
Yeah,
property.
I was just clicking on stuff on
Okay.
Facebook, but yeah, I mean, I have some properties I'd like to look at for
Okay,
sure.
but is this going to be something you're going to rent, or could this be considered like a second home, or
Well, I've always wanted to do that Airbnb thing. That's what I
okay,
always hear
short term?
about all over the internet.
Okay, yeah, definitely short term rentals. We That is one of our specializations here in financing options for short term rentals. So you're looking at definitely not primary. Okay, and now if you own businesses, self employed, we have multiple options for you. We can use bank statements, the last 12 months, personal or business bank statements, for a
But Jose, I
combination of
got like
both.
15 bank accounts at
That's
least.
great.
I
We
think I got nine
can
LLCs and
Well, if
15 bank accounts.
you can get me 12 months worth of something.
Of all of them, that's
Well,
hundreds of
no,
documents,
no,
Jose. That's
no.
crazy.
Of the one that where you're putting in the money,
How
I'm
much
sure.
money do I need?
It depends how expensive of a property you want. But for a business, if we use business bank statements, we can use at least 50% of the acceptable deposits can be used. If it's personal, we can use 100% of the acceptable deposits. On the business, depending on the type of business we're talking about, if it's a lower capital intensive type business, you if your accountant or tax preparer or CPA can provide a third party verification type letter, we can get you a higher percentage of your deposits, as high in some cases as 70 or 80% of the business deposits can be used. And then, assuming, depending if you're 100% owner of those LLCs, if you are, if not, it would be your proportionate share of your ownership as well.
Well,
That would be considered.
I own most of them, but I mean, I don't know about getting all those bank statements. That sounds like a lot of work.
Well, I put the option out there for you because that's my job as a consultant, because we always strive to do the best for the
What about my
customer.
W-2? That works too, right?
Well, I know again there are different parameters for a W two loan, right? But we do have options because we aim always to provide solutions here at the Mortgage Calculator. We pride ourselves on being consultants. We do have options that allow us, depending obviously on the loan to value, your down payment and stuff. You can combine W twos with bank statements, and we can even combine that with P&L
And
and
I don't
have
need tax returns because that's my main. I don't want to have to
no.
file or pay my
Well,
accountant to
well,
file.
I think this sounds almost like it would be the least friction route, especially if you have those multiple LLCs. One LLC can be done P&L, and another LLC, depending what's applicable, can be done bank statement. Another one, your other income stream
But I
can
don't
be
need to
W
file
two.
my tax returns. You keep saying accountant. Do I need to file my
No,
tax returns?
no tax return. We just need usually some type of third party verification, especially for the P and L. The P and L has to be prepared by somebody other than yourself. Tax preparer, accountant, or CPA, but it is an unaudited profit and loss.
Well, yeah, I
So
mean, we got all our books in QuickBooks and stuff, so I don't think that's a problem. It's just
mhm,
the tax returns haven't been filed, so
that's okay. We
that can work. So no tax returns, right? We're good.
Absolutely not. No,
All
no,
right.
no tax returns required if you want to go that route. Okay, that obviously is going to give you certain program parameters, and I can
What
send you
about the
some
no
quotes.
income one that you said
That's what
that
I was
was?
about to. Yeah, you were taking my thunder there,
Sorry.
Nicholas. Yes, absolutely. We have that one for you. I was saving the best for last. Well, not necessarily the best for last, but that's the one you inquired about. But remember, the more verification that is involved is going to usually result in a lower cost for you.
So you're gonna
However,
send me two quotes then?
yeah, I'm gonna send you. Actually, we could do the bank statement quote. I'll send you that one just so you can size it out, and then we have the profit and loss quote, and
Those are
then
different prices then, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
the bank statement option is usually going to have the best pricing because it's considered other than tax return verification, it's usually considered the highest level of income verification for this type of loan because they're actually seeing the cash flow on a monthly basis,
But
and
I
in
do
most
have a W-2. Isn't that a conventional loan? Isn't that what they
no,
call it?
well, W two is something else. If you think you could qualify for a conventional loan, that's full documentation only. That would strictly be your W two income, your self employment income too. But then we're looking at tax returns, which
Oh yeah, no,
Nicholas
no, no.
mentioned
I don't want to do
that
that. No,
you
no,
haven't
no,
filed. So,
no.
but
That's what the other guy told me I talked to. That's why I was
yeah, I
trying to
mean,
click this no income thing because I got denied from somebody else who said I needed my tax returns updated, and I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I lost the deal.
if you had the tax returns, I would always ask you to please share them, upload them to the portal because I'm pretty good at reviewing those tax returns for self employed borrowers and finding hidden nuggets of gold in there. But in your case, since you've told me you haven't filed in several years, sounds like you got your gloves on with the IRS, going to battle a little bit there. That's okay. That's where we excel. That is where we love to provide the outside the box solutions and add value
Yeah, I'm
to our
not trying to hide.
services
I'm not trying to
because
hide anything.
let
I'm just
me
trying to give my accountant time to
well
file
no
and
but let me
stuff. You know.
explain to you the reality of the situation here, and I'm going to make your decision even easier where you're not you're not going to need them to qualify for a loan, right?
That's what I want to hear.
Most of the self-employed borrowers may come up and say, "Well, now what do I need to file to qualify? What I mean, how much do I need to make to qualify for that house? And I want to see." And then you tell them what it is, and they're looking at, "Oh yeah, really? You filed $10,000 last year, and you're going to file $160,000 this year, so you can save a tiny bit on your monthly payment for the home." right?
You mean
I
to
mean,
finish my tax return and try to show enough income on my
and
tax return? You're
pay
saying, yeah,
20
no,
or
no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
and pay
Please,
20 or $30,000,
Jose,
forty
no,
thousand
don't let it.
dollars, or maybe
Let's
$50,000 on $160,000
no,
of net
Jose. Tell me about
income.
this no tax return thing, man. Where's
Oh
it?
no, but
What's
I just want to make it clear because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the difference in the payment and maybe in your down payment because we haven't even
well? This is
gotten to
gonna
that
be an
point.
Airbnb. I think I'm okay, Jose.
Right. No, but
Let's talk about the ones with no tax returns, man.
all right. All
I
right.
yeah.
So,
Let's
well, we obviously we have to because you don't have tax returns. But I was just
exactly.
using the example to put it into perspective so you don't think you're
Yeah,
settling
I had
for
a bad
anything
experience last time the guy asked for the tax returns,
because
and it wasted a lot of time for everybody, including me and my accountant. I didn't like it.
these programs are part of your financial planning because if you plan a certain way to have a certain type of cash flow and now you're going to alter your financial plan just to try to qualify for a full doc tax return loan, that
No,
is shooting yourself in the foot.
no, sir.
So just keep saving your money annually like you are. Your accountant's probably giving you good advice, and then we are the missing piece of the puzzle. That's why we're consultants. We can understand what your objective is here, and obviously the bank statement, the P&L, or the final investment property option is the debt service coverage ratio loan, which
What
is the
is
pure
that?
no that's the pure no job, no personal income from the borrower required loan, where we simply qualify the borrower based on the rental income generated by the property.
So that's the thing I saw on Facebook.
Basically, yeah, that is the one
That's
that has all of the investors
yeah.
raving about getting out of hard money with this loan that has great rates and doesn't require a job. It's like their investors' dream. They have plenty of equity. They have
So
credit.
what's the rates on that one? That sounds interesting. How
You're looking at that. I mean, I can send you some options. I can let me figure something out right here a minute, and I can do this. What we haven't even talked about some specifics here. So for me to be able to give you a quote, we know that we figured out that it definitely has to be a no tax return option. But I still obviously
do I
want to
have to
provide
give
you.
you a property I was looking at?
Well, you can
What do we
give
need?
if you give me what I need to give you the quote. You can give me the address, but then I'm going to need the price though more than anything else. But yeah, what is the address of the property that you're looking at?
So I was on Zillow the other
Mm-hmm.
day
Mm-hmm.
and I saw this property that looked pretty cool. 2851 Southwest 18th.
2851 Southwest 18th Street, and is that in Miami, Florida, sir?
It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's right here by my
Oh, wait a
house. It's down
minute.
the street.
The system picked up the wrong one here. Hold up. It was picked up one first in Miami, Florida. So I got it. Southwest 18th Street, Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
Okay, 1 unit property.
It's a 2 unit. It's a duplex. That's why it looks so
Oh,
cool.
okay. So yeah, let me just put that here. It's two
And they
units.
have it listed at 499. So I think I want to offer,
All right.
on it if we can get a loan. That's what I was. I mean, I don't know.
Four ninety
Try.
nine. You said, sir.
That's what they have it listed at.
All right. Well, let's start with giving you quoting at $499,000, and this is
But what if I
invest.
want to offer lower?
It's relative to. I can give you different price quotes, but I was just saying it's not going to matter for the rates,
Okay.
the rate calculation that we're going to get here. So we're looking at uh, the standard typically on these loans on the prepayment is 3 years. You can go 2 year, 1 year,
What's
no
that
year.
mean?
Okay, that means there's a if you pay more than 20% of the loan balance in any given year, you get charged for the amount you pay over a penalty. And if you pay the loan off early, there's also a penalty. They call those prepayment penalties, depending
So
on
if I sell, you're saying.
if you sell or if you pay the loan off before
Okay,
the,
so it's like a
the
commercial loan. I've done a fix and flip type thing before. That's kind of
well, yeah, this is, now depending on the final program option that you select, they have different ways that they treat the prepayment penalty. Some charge a set percentage of the unpaid balance. Others use 80% of 6 months
Hmm.
interest. Some are fixed for the full term, and others are what they call declining. Now, the one that's going to give you the best credit, because the prepayment penalty does better the pricing, which means it lowers the cost to you out of pocket. So the increase in the cost to you of not having a prepayment penalty is usually equivalent to the almost equivalent to the cost of the prepayment penalty if you incur it. So there's not much of a savings not getting a prepayment penalty. Usually,
So as long
I
as I
advise
don't,
at least 1 year.
as long as I don't sell it, it doesn't matter. Then is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as long as you don't sell it, as long as you don't pay off the loan, and as long as you don't pay off more than 20% of the balance in any given year.
Okay, that's not so bad. That sounds scary, but
Well, the main thing is I could give you different examples with and without, but I would tell you that to put at least a 1 year prepayment penalty because there is a benefit at some of
yeah, I'm
the
not gonna sell it in 1 year. This
yeah,
thing's still got carpet and stuff, man. It's
yeah,
gotta get totally remodeled here. Look at
some of
the if
the
you look at the pictures, Jose, you should look at it. It's pretty cool.
program options give a cost benefit of a half a point per year of prepayment penalty that's on the loan. So it could be pretty substantial, the savings or the increase to the cost to you with or without a prepay. Now, there's some states that don't allow a prepay, but Florida is not one of those.
Well, that's okay.
So,
I'm gonna work on it and stuff. So you can
so
you
I'm
can do
gonna,
that. I'm not
so I'm
gonna sell
gonna,
it anytime soon.
all right. So I'll put at least a 3 year prepayment penalty. Now, down payment. Are you looking to come in like with the lowest down payment possible?
Well, I mean, this thing needs some work, so yeah. I
Trying to
mean,
save some money.
yeah, and
All right,
I don't
all
like the
right.
fix and flip thing. That was a pain
Yeah,
in the
because
butt
that's
last time I tried one of those.
yeah, double closing and all that. It eats into all of your margins. If you can, if you have some resources to do it,
I
that's
mean, the
great.
house looks okay. It just needs painting and some carpet needs to be torn
All
up and
right.
stuff.
So the maximum loan to value on any on that type of loan, on the debt service coverage ratio loan, is 85%. But that's only for a 1 unit. I don't think that's possible for a 2 unit property, which is what you say you have here.
Hmm.
So let me. But I'm going to check that out for you a second. It'll take me a second here. I'm just finishing setting up the quote as we speak. Our system is really quick.
I mean, I don't mind putting 20% down. I got plenty of
No,
cash to invest.
let me find that out for you. No, we don't have any eligible options with 15% for a 2 unit, but I know that we have the best options in the industry with 20% down. Now, let me ask you a couple other questions since we are talking investment properties. Can I call you Nick? We've been
Sure,
talking for quite a while there.
sure.
Nick, do you currently own your home where you live, or do you pay rent where
Yeah,
you live?
yeah. I
Okay,
own the home. Yeah,
at least 12 months that you've lived there.
yeah. I've lived here like two
Okay,
years.
and you seem like you have investment experience. But do you have investment experience with other properties? Have you owned any other investment properties within the last 3 years?
Yeah, a few here and there, but right now, not necessarily. I own a
But
couple of LLCs that have investment properties
but
and
with but
commercial properties.
but within the last 3 years, have you owned any
Oh yes, at
for at least
least
12 months?
yeah, at least three, and I still own a couple commercial properties.
Okay, so you own a couple commercial properties, and you've owned at least 3 other properties for at least 12 months within the last 3 years. Yeah, that would definitely make you an experienced investor, with especially with your primary residence, which then is going to guarantee us the best rates for you. For sure. Now, this other property, there's still a little research we'd have to do on it, just to see. We need to make sure the current owner has been on title, the current seller has been on title for at least 6 months.
How would I
Uh,
know that? Is that
no,
something you
well,
can figure out?
yeah, oh, yeah, we'll check public records, but I'm just letting you know I haven't checked public records yet.
Well, the real
And
estate agent put it up, so I don't know. I don't know anything about it yet.
all right.
Speaking of, do you have a real? How do I get a real estate agent?
Well, we can definitely assist with you there. We have a lot of partners uh, that we work with that will be able to assist you.
My other investments were in other states, so yeah, I don't have anybody here in Fort Lauderdale.
Well, we can definitely assist. I happen to be a licensed agent for 27 years. My wife's a realtor as well, so we work that in a tandem. She's out there
Oh, so you could put the
showing.
offer in for me too? Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
goodness.
and then she's the one that goes out, and then I'm the one that sends out the offers and does the analysis, and then hopefully also does the financing, so that we can get it all. You don't have to be calling in a bunch of different people, and even if you don't use my services for the real estate, it would be a part, an associate, hopefully, where we have a good working relationship and communication, and make sure that everybody's working tightly together
Interesting.
to make it happen for you. Yeah, I mean, you really have to be very
So
careful.
how do you send me a quote? Do you got to pull my credit or anything? How are you gonna
Well,
send a quote?
right at this moment, the last thing I needed to ask you was your credit score. What is your? Because I have all the other parameters. I believe you put in the quote that when you because I did. You did click on our some information there for us. Is your score 800?
About there, yeah,
Somewhere
roughly.
around there? Okay, well, I got a quote ready for you. I knew you'd be somewhere around there just by talking with you. I got it ready, and I'm going to send it to you. And then, all right. So I just sent you the quote, sir, and then I'm going to preview it here on my
Wait, you
screen.
just sent it to me
Yep.
already?
Yep.
To
Yes,
my
sir.
email?
Yes, sir.
Whoa, you just sent me a text. What the? How did
Yes,
that happen?
sir. Oh, because while we were talking, I was typing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
So this is you, Jose Gonzalez, DSCR
yes.
Investment. That's you.
Yes,
This
sir.
is real.
Yes, sir. This is a
So when I
nice.
click on this is real?
Yeah, yeah. It's not malware. Yep. There you go.
So you're telling me this is the one with no income, no employment, no tax return,
Yes, sir.
no
And you.
job.
Yep, yep. You're looking right there. Now let me bring it down here. You can see. Look at right here. That's your property right there,
And I only
right?
need 100 grand down?
Yeah, that's your property right there. We got it down, and we're looking at a $399,200 loan amount. 20% down of your 499 price would put you at $99,800 down payment, and then we have here a lender credit for you of $599
Oh,
at
I
an
don't know about that. I
at
think
an
I like the
8.625
seven
rate.
something rates. Those
So
sound
we
better.
can offer, you can buy it down all the way to 7.625, which is at a cost of $11,377 for the buy down. So that's just under 3 points. That should be 2.875
So
points
now, last
to
time I
buy
did
down the
one of
rate.
these, Jose, there was a bunch of lender fees. What is so that 11,000 is like lender fees and
That
points? What's so we did one of these fix and flips, and we just
okay.
got there was points to do it, and then there was points to pay it
Uh,
off, and then there was points to extend it, and then there
yeah.
was points to do
Yeah, well,
everything.
this is a little less complicated, but right here, when you get your quote, if you hover over here, you see the points is origination charge,
Uh
what you
so
pay to
that's
get this rate.
but that's what this fix and flipper guys. They were kind of like I don't know. They were just is that real? Like
Well, here's
it kept
okay.
changing. Is that going to change?
Now these are our estimated lender fees that are associated with our origination of this loan, right? We
Oh, those
have
things at the bottom there.
right we
Okay.
had right where it says estimated lender fees. That's us. That's the only part of this
So
transaction that we control. Everything else here is going to be, well, you basically have your lender fees and bank fees, right? That's us. And you have your title company fees, which is which is a part and a requirement of the loan to get title insurance. In order to issue title insurance, you have to have a lien search, title examination, surveys, and different things that have to get done, and that has expenses that we don't control, but we can certainly provide you a quote for those costs. Then you have the governmental fees, recording fees, and transfer taxes. In Miami and Fort Lauderdale, you have 0.002 times the loan amount, and you have 0.0035 times the loan amount. Those are the two different transfer taxes on the mortgage. Those are governmental fees, as well as your recording fees, which are probably going to be around $300 for the recording fees. And then you have reserves and escrows if you're going to be escrowing for the taxes and insurance, which may possibly have to be the case depending on the cost of the loan.
But all I
So
want to know about Jose is points, because
right, exactly.
last time these guys said it was 2 points, and then it turned into 2 points for this and 2 points for
Well,
that and two
this
points
are.
for this. And
I
then
mean,
I
I'm
told them it
putting.
was a scam, and they said, "Too bad, just take it or leave it." And it just, I don't like those
No,
fix
I
and flip type
understand.
things.
Well, I understand that totally. That's why we're here to assist as consultants. We get a lot of customers coming to us with exactly that complaint. We ease their concerns. We lock we disclose a file to you, everything in writing. As soon as you agree to everything, within 24 hours, we could have that file to you in writing. Everything's going to be in black and white. You're going to accept it. And as soon as you sign everything, we can lock your loan in right then and there, and I'll have your proof in writing of everything that's going to happen. I mean, nothing is going to happen without your authorization, and we're not definitely not going to do bait and switch. But that's going to depend on my doing a proper and thorough job, and you providing also accurate information.
So
Is
that's
right.
why last time I went to some conventional loan company, they told me I had to do my tax return. So there's no tax returns here, and you're gonna actually give me a document that is actually real for this.
Absolutely, and no, and we haven't even talked about the good part yet. Because you're still trying to make sure that this is real and trying to throw all the curveballs at me, and I'm hitting them all back at you. No, the best part here is you did mention, sir, that you're looking for short-term rental type properties. So we do have options.
Exactly. I just don't want that to come up later and have more fees and more fees.
Well, I mean, we have different options now. This option that I'm showing you here is not the short-term rental option, right? This is the option. Now, they do allow a certain component of short-term rental here, but then it may reduce the LTV. We'd have to look at the guidelines, because we have changes every day. More and more of our programs are adding the short-term rental component to the DSCR program. And I know this one here in particular just added some short-term rental components to their DSCR program, so I'm definitely going to check that for you. But the short-term rental component to the DSCR program is going to allow us to get to a higher DSCR, to a higher income, to be able to make it. Now with this property, I don't think you're going to have a problem. It's a 2-unit property at $500,000. I know that market where it's at.
It says here on Zillow 2,000 per door. Is that
Are they 2-bedroom, 1 bath each
they're
unit?
2 bedroom, 2 bath?
Yeah, minimum probably 2,200 per door. So if we go look at our scenario right here, let's do this, right? What is the taxes on that property? Probably looking at what, 4,000, 5,000.
I don't know. On Zillow, it has like an estimated thingy.
But I can include actual taxes here, and then the insurance. Insurance is pretty high, so we're going to put like 4,500 for insurance a year. I would say at least.
But what? And then what about the other options that you said were lower rates? Because this is
Well, they're not going to be that much lower, but let me figure out your DSCR a minute here. What is the property taxes there on that?
it doesn't say here on Zillow, but
All right,
Zillow has an estimator of 408. It says
$408 for taxes. So
per month.
408. Okay, so that would be 4,800 per year,
Something
more or
like
less. All right, so we got 4,500 for insurance, 4,800 for property taxes. We're okay. That's gonna present a potential issue to our DSCR. Let's see. No, we're good. We're doing amazing here because,
What do you mean?
oh man, this property you're looking to get is a cash cow. That's a cash cow. You should grab it as fast as you can because look at this number here now. Payment with escrow. If we scroll
Did
over
you
here.
update my quote, Jose?
Oh, you want me to say? You mean like send it to you, sir?
Yeah. How do I see with the full payment that you're
You
gonna?
should. You could click on the link. You could go back and click on the link, and
Yeah.
it
Okay.
should be updated already.
All right. Cool.
And then what when you do get to see it, you're going
Aha.
to.
Yes, I got it.
So you see right here that the payment with escrow is your full payment, including taxes and insurance. That's the escrow we're talking about. Because right here, you scroll
So the
over.
$3,600 is all the payment.
3601, and then here it shows you it's about $34 per per eighth of a percent in rate. So yeah, that's what you have to factor in the benefit that you're going to get from the additional expense to buy it down. So you got to look for the sweet spot and then see where you really want to take it. But I really see the sweet spot unless you really want to get because you like it, being that low the rate. I see like 8.25, 8.375, 8.25 being a sweet spot, maybe 8.125, but then you see it starts getting, you know, quite expensive. It's $34 per eighth of a percent. So you see what it costs you and try to see if you recoup it. How many months it takes you to recoup it.
So how do I get a lower rate though? You said there's lower rates. How do I get lower
Well,
rates?
all right. The other options would be the bank statement loan and the profit and loss loan.
So how do you can send me that too?
Yeah, here, let me go work on those for you a minute. Yeah, it'll take me just a couple of minutes here. I can work those up. I already duplicated my quote.
Yeah, for the
And
same property, right? You can quote the same
oh yes,
thing.
sir. I'm already working on it now. I'm working on your bank statement quote. I want to put their bank statement.
This is cool, Jose. So you can do this like
Uh,
instantly. So if I
yeah.
find another property, you can quote it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's once you're set in the system, uh, it's pretty quick.
And these are
We
real rates. This is real.
Yep, yep. We have our technology integrated to all of our live pricing engines. Now, obviously, it's 7:46, so the financial markets are closed 7:46 p.m. They don't reopen until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this was what was at the end of the day pricing, but this was today's pricing for
So
sure.
this is still real though.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Okay.
today's pricing. So now I'm going to do a bank statement option. Business bank statement and personal does not matter for purposes of what we're doing for the
Well, I have a
pricing.
lot of businesses, and it all kind of flows to my personal. So I would probably say personal would
All
probably
right, all
be
right.
the
So let's,
larger bank statement. You said, right?
yeah. If the deposits make sense, then for sure that's
Do you
what
get to count the deposits from the businesses, or like how does because it's coming from another business? How does that work? It's
as
coming from
it,
another bank account.
if it's from another bank account that you own.
Yeah, so I usually take the profit from my business and put it in my personal.
Well, as long as you're taking it into your personal, you're already distributing it out of the business, and it's going into
So
the
you can use
personal.
that. You're saying so
We can
that's
use
good.
100%
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
so yeah,
That's
quote me that, Jose. That
most people
I can
don't
do
do
that.
that route because most people keep the money in the business and don't really distribute it because of tax
But what my
implications.
businesses sometimes they overdraft and stuff. What's is that? What's how does that?
Well, that does can present an issue, but we do have.
I have the overdraft protection, but sometimes it'll something will happen.
Well, I mean, I do have one option that does that at least one option that does allow you to you know doesn't really affect it in that manner, but I'm going to tell you that's usually the deal killer is overdrafts and NSS. Usually we're at 3 or more
But
in any
not on
12-month
my
period.
personal, but just some of the the companies just might have.
Well, if you have it on
It all has protection and stuff. But
well, but you said on the personal, well, then if we're using the personal bank statements, then it's not an issue,
okay.
right? But if we're using the business bank statement, and I mean, we're not sourcing the deposits into your personal. If they're, we have to. Well, I'm going to back up. We have to source them if they are large deposits, and that is gonna be determined depending on where we are
So
submitting
how
the
much
loan.
lower rates is this gonna give me for all this extra work?
Oh man! And again, I was clicking as we were talking, so let me just confirm my income documentation here. A second. Give me a second, please. Hold on. All right. Yes. Just all right. This is going to be interesting for you, sir. Now, this is, again, 20% down payment. Let me just finish setting it up. But I mean, you're going to see why, like I was mentioning in the beginning of our call, yes, there is the easy button. The easy button does exist. And sometimes we don't pick it because it's easy. Sometimes we have to go with the DSCR route because it's the one that has other factors to consider, maybe seasoning on title or large deposits that they may not consider depending on the option. But if you if you want to see the great option that I have prepared for you, I have it right here with 20% down, and you can see that the rate options, and again, same loan amount, 399, 200.
Yeah, this looks like the same, but yeah, the rates
But
are a
look
little
at
bit lower, huh?
right, we're looking at 8.125 here, and you can buy it down to 6.99. You were talking
So
about
how
wanting to
much
buy it
more
down.
expensive is this exactly? What's the difference exactly, Jose? I can't
Well,
look.
here's the other option. The other option had us 7.625 maximum buy down at 11,300. You couldn't buy down any lower than that. Whereas the bank statement option has you able for pretty much the same cost, like $100 difference, buying it down to 6.99. Your monthly payment here is 34.28, and your monthly payment in the other one is 36.01. So there's roughly
Ooh.
180, 170, $180 a month difference if we can document, you know, basically if you, Nick, can provide the extra documentation. And I'm telling you, I'm willing to do the work. That I have
Hmm.
to. I have to do that. If you provide it, I have to let you know that we always have to go with the lowest cost option. I mean, it makes sense, right? You think that's what everybody would do, but there's MLOs that want the easy button too. It's not just the borrowers. But if you have the documentation, I will gladly review it and make sure that that is not an option, because that really is the option we would want, because you're looking at
So you're
substantial
saying
savings.
if you send me a bunch of requests and I just say, you know what, Jose, this is too much, I can do it for just $100 more a month.
100. Well, yeah. I mean, again, let me look at here now. Depending, obviously, on what's the cost and the rate, because we're comparing, the lowest cost, the lowest rate option on
Yeah, I mean,
each.
I like the low option. I like that. I
Okay,
like the
so if
low
you want
option.
to
So
go the
that,
lowest rate option on each, right? So in this one option here, we're at 34.28 for our total payment, right? And in this option over here, we're at 36.01. So I mean, I'm with you right now talking, not on my on my phone, so I'm not looking at my other things here, but that's $173 that I just calculated there, old school style.
yeah.
That's $173 a month that you can save, or it'll cost you $173 a month. But then at that point, you gotta look at, you're renting it for anywhere from 4,000 to $4,400 a month as a long-term rent. And depending on the market that you're in, the short-term rent is going to net you at least 20, 30, maybe even 40% higher than that net. So, but even on a long-term rent, that property is cash flowing. That's a very good property, and as a matter, you're almost right there at three. You're I think almost at above a 1.25 DSCR, as a matter of fact. So I actually may be able to get you a better DSCR option here. I just noticed that, Nick. So because if we look at 3601, right? And all right, so we got 40. This obviously depends on the market rent. So if we say 4,200,
What do you mean by market rent? You mean when they do the analysis thing?
are those units rented right now to a tenant?
The Zillow just says, I don't know. The Zillow just says, I mean, it looks vacant, but they only have a couple pictures.
Now we're close, but nah, I don't think we're gonna get there. We're at one because actually I'm looking at the yeah. We're not gonna get there. We're off by like $30, $30 a month. But if we could bring that payment down a little bit, we have an option
So if I
that.
could put a little more money down or something,
Well, we're talking about a tad right now. Our debt service coverage ratio is 1.222, based on $4,400 a month rent and $3,601 a month in payment. So, point zero zero whatever, it's a really small number here. 0.028, so 0.0028 times. Yeah, we're talking about $10, $11 a month difference. So maybe you put another $1,000 down or $2,000 down. We
that's
bring the payment down enough to get us at a 1.25 DSCR. And or actually, I can go, if you let me go a minute to the table. I'm gonna do this because I can probably get a lower bottom rate at the 1.25 DSCR and put the better rate in there now, and you don't have to give more down payment because we're that close. Because there's a better, we can buy it down a little bit more. Now that I realize that your DSCR is so
so.
high.
So can I? So can I? If I, you're telling me I can, you can give me like you can make me an offer on this if I just. What do you need? You need like a bank? You just need me to show the down payment, or what do you actually need for me to get started?
What? Oh no, I just need you to like the quote that I'm sending you, and then you just gotta click the button. You're
So
just
that
gonna
that the get started button. That's it.
start my loan application. We you don't have to worry about giving us credit card information or anything like that. You know, we're going to as soon as you do the submission, we will pull the credit report, and then I get that information, and then at that point, you know, within in a very short amount of time, you will have your pre-approval for your loan. And right
And we can
now,
put an offer in with this. So all I gotta have is 100 grand basically, and you can make this happen.
well, I mean, you have to have a reserve requirement, usually 3 months of principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, as well as the down payment.
That's fine.
Right? Yeah. But I have great news. Oh my God, yes. Oh, I solved your. I have the perfect solution for you, Nick. And I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna send it to you right now, and I'm gonna pull it up here. Now, the main thing to note here is that we were so close to the 1.25, right? So now, for pretty much the same cost, you can
I
buy.
just got your text. Cool.
Yeah,
I got it.
you can buy it down, right? So remember I told you we were really close. So now you can buy it. Now the payment is 35.32.
Yeah, it's a little lower rate. I like that.
Yeah, same cost, right? And we have our $4,400 a month in rent, right? Divided by 35.32, that gives us, oh, so you may have to put down 1,000. We're at 1.245753111. You may have to put down an extra $500 or $1,000, but yes, we can get you that rate and maybe another $1,000 down payment, which is no big deal, and you can do 7.375. Whereas this bank statement, yeah, it's a little cheaper still, right? 6.99.
Well,
So
so what happens if I start the wrong one, Jose? Can I switch? Like, how do
yeah,
I
I
really want
mean,
to get an offer started,
well,
but I don't know which one I want to
well,
choose.
but I mean, both of these I can pre-approve you for pretty quickly. You just have to provide the information for me. Now, if you're
That's what
in
I'm
a
talking about,
if
Jose.
you're in a hurry to get the pre-approval, um, if you do the start
Well,
my loan application.
you told me you're an agent too, right? That's my
Yeah,
biggest
yeah,
concern.
yeah.
I need to get this approval and get it to an agent,
Well,
right?
I mean, if you want to do the pre-approval as a DSCR loan to begin with, right? That would probably be
That's the
the
easiest.
the well. It's not just only the easiest. The only thing I would need to pre-approve you for that would be for you to complete the application, us to pull the credit, and then I already have the information on the property. I already have the information on the rental income of the property. I have all the information that I need to provide you a pre-approval as soon as you click start my loan application. Submit the application to me. The system pulls a credit. I have what I need. I'll review it. I've already reviewed it. All I need is a credit to give it the final vetting of the deal, and then shoot you a pre-approval letter. And it's going to be a strong pre-approval letter because it's going to be based on a DSCR loan where I'm going to include the regular pre-approval letter and then a due diligence document that we have that's going to show that listing agent how all the diligence steps that we've gone for your loan. And then I put in extra special sauce in there about this loan is based on a $4,400 a month rental market rent income for the property, which that is a property. I basically empower the agents that they know that this is a slam dunk deal. And we basically let them know credit's pulled, your credit's 800, you're walking on water. So it's almost, I'm not going to say it's a cash deal, only because you as a DSCR borrower are going to be offering more than a cash buyer, but
So that
almost the same assurance.
so it's the easier way, and you can get it done quicker. So if you're telling me if I click this button right now, we can start making an offer
Yeah.
tonight.
Yes, sir. And on top of that, if you feel like you want to explore the bank statement option, we can always do that as well. You just have to do that like right away. Like, Jose, I got the contract. Can we switch the bank statement? But you have to provide me the bank statements and all that kind of stuff first, so I could pre-approve you for that
Yeah, I
route.
can do that. It just takes me a while. So I like
All
this
right.
idea of doing this investment loan, and I just want to get this offer. And I mean, like you said, it's a good property. Now that you analyzed it, I was sure that it was a no brainer.
Yeah, this is definitely a cash cow. It's very tough to find these properties in these tight real estate markets that are actually generating such good positive cash flow to allow you to get that rate, because the Southeast Florida market very tight, inventory super tight, and everything's priced at a premium. And this is obviously is a large property, good square footage, so it's a great
Yeah,
deal.
I'm ready. I got the cash in the bank for you. I'm gonna click this start my
Well,
loan
sir,
application right now. If as long as you're telling me we can put an offer in tonight, I think we got to do it.
all you gotta do is click the button. It's real easy. Click the button, and we take care of the rest.
I already did it.
All right. Well, yep. I just received the email that you created your borrower portal while. So you were clicking while we were talking too, huh? All right.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it. Well,
Okay.
so I mean,
So I just got to fill this out. That's all you're saying.
yeah, it has to be complete. The application has to be complete. Make sure that if it's a business purpose loan, that you click that it's a business purpose loan in the
Oh yeah, I could put this
application.
in my LLC, right?
Yes, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's a recommended route for investment properties, liability protection, good tax financial strategies, a lot of action with LLCs.
All right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I already clicked it. I'm typing in my info. Jose, you need to get this done tonight.
Well,
You
that's
get back to
right.
me. This is your number,
Let,
right?
yes, sir. Let me go brew a fresh pot of coffee. And as long as you're up, you don't mind me, texting you, sending you stuff, or if I need to reach out to you for anything, you're going to be available.
Yeah, just send me a text if you can. The text is
All right.
preferred typically.
All right, that sounds good. Well, Nick, I'll just let you know, I really appreciate the opportunity for you allowing me to assist you with this. We at the Mortgage Calculator do pride ourselves in being consultants. I know I'm going to delight you with my service, exceed your expectations, and I
Just don't
know.
switch the points on me, Jose.
No,
I don't
sir.
want that going
If
on.
anything, we're gonna keep looking. Make sure that we provide the best option to you, the lowest cost option. That's is the here. None of us switching the points. I'm trying to get you to provide me to make me work more so that I can provide you a lower rate. And I'm open to doing that. That's not a problem. I'm not going to press an easy button here. I'm looking to press the button that's the best one for you, lowest rate, lowest cost. I'm looking to not just do this one deal. I want to get like your grandkids deals if I'm still alive at that time. That's what I'm looking to do.
All
So
right. That's what I'm talking about, Jose. All right. Well, I'm clicking this button and I'm filling it out. Just make sure you put this offer in for me tonight if you can, and we'll make it happen.
oh, absolutely. We're gonna do the double dip special. Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Now that was pretty funny at times. Between listening to you guys and looking at the chat, that was pretty hilarious, but very informative. A little bit long, just because Nick was trying to drag Jose through every step, right? To try to give.
I mean, that's what happens every call, guys. If you have a buyer, it's going to take an hour, right?
Yeah.
If it takes 10 minutes, you know you didn't do your job, right?
Absolutely. If it takes 10 minutes, they're looking for a reason to hang up on you.
Yes,
man.
exactly.
Look at this application started by Nicholas Hershey. I just got a notification of it.
Yeah, man. That's it, bro. I got that email. I'm excited. I'm gonna get that copy. This is the rush, man. This is why we do this, because this is gonna seem a little tedious and ponderous at times. But when you get that customer, and then when it's a repeat customer, and then it's easy street, you're sending in the quote, they're clicking the button, then that's a 10-minute call, But you already empowered them the first time around, delighted them, exceeded their expectations, and they know you're a pro.
And also,
I did beat him up a little bit about bad experiences, and that's typically what you'll get. I'm not an experienced investor, but I've had experience, and most of them have been bad. Same thing you'll get. Most investors have had bad experience with commercial lenders, right, guys? That's why we need to make sure we set ourselves apart.
Yeah, it's music to my ears when they say that, because I hear that all the time, and I usually just, give them the concierge white glove service, and they're like, it's. I'm telling you, I mean, a professional consultant is the way to not get all of this friction up front, especially when they're haggling you and trying to beat you up over things that shouldn't be coming into play that are not even in your control, like the interest rates.
Or the title fees. Notice Jose quickly said the state rates are this, the state rates are that, right? We don't want to get in a conversation about title fees. We want to talk about rates and plans and rents and DSCRs and how we're going to make this happen, right?
And empowering the borrower. You see how empowered Nick felt when he said, wait, so I can just buy these and I could put an offer in on this tonight, right? So now Nick went from somebody who may or may not have been actually going to do, buy a property, because in his mind he thought he would need tax returns every which way. And then now all of a sudden Jose comes along and says, hey, actually you don't need any of that, and we could put an offer in on this, right away. And Nick's like, oh, so I could go buy other properties with this too. So now you have an investor, maybe experienced, maybe kind of half. It sounded like Nick was a half experienced investor on this call, right? And now can turn into a great investor saying, oh, I call my man Jose. We put an offer in. Jose being the realtor too was kind of a funny part of this as well, because it really happens for Florida deals. But whether he was the realtor or not, just empowering Nick with, hey, when you see a property, you let Big Jose know, and we're going to get you out of pre-approval for it, and I'm going to let you know, is it going to cash flow? Is it not? What's the DSC? And all that kind of stuff. So very empowering to the borrower there of, just putting the ball in his court of, oh, okay, well, let's go right now. Let's go put an offer in on a property right now.
And nobody else put an offer in. I am putting an offer on that property tonight, so nobody else do it.
Somebody's going to steal your property? I don't know. This meeting went pretty long. Is Jose going to be able to get the offer in tonight?
Yeah, he's got the quotes now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's wrap it up though, Kyle. I think everybody's been here well.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you guys. That was great. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I don't think there's any serious questions here, just kind of lots of comments and stuff. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Again, we do this every Tuesday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, we have our daily mortgage rates live show, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, every weekday. So we hope to see you all next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday and Wednesday, but also hope to see you all tomorrow for Daily Mortgage Rates Live as well. Everybody have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.